Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the heart of the African savannah, there lived a young girl named Nala. Nala was known throughout the village for her kindness, courage, and love for adventure. One day, as Nala was gathering firewood near the edge of the forest, she heard a roar that sent shivers down her spine. She turned around to see a majestic lion with golden fur and piercing eyes staring at her from the shadows. Instead of running away in fear, Nala stood her ground and looked into the lion's eyes. Surprisingly, the lion spoke to her in a deep, rumbling voice. "I am Simba, the king of the savannah," he said, "but I am under a terrible curse. Only the love of a brave and kind-hearted girl like you can break it." Nala was astonished, but felt a strange connection to the lion. She agreed to marry Simba and help him break the curse. As they journeyed together, Nala learned that Simba was once a prince who had been transformed into a lion by an evil sorcerer. The only way to break the curse was to find the sorcerer and convince him to lift the spell. Along the way, they faced many challenges, from treacherous rivers to fierce predators. But Nala's bravery and Simba's strength carried them through. Finally, they reached the sorcerer's cave, hidden deep within the mountains. The sorcerer, a wicked old man with dark powers, refused to lift the curse unless Nala could answer his riddles. With determination, Nala accepted the challenge. The sorcerer presented her with 3 riddles. "I am taken from a mine and shut up in a wooden case, from which I am never released, and yet I am used by almost every person. What am I? The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? What is full of holes but still holds water?" Nala pondered each riddle carefully, her mind racing as she searched for the answers. After a moment of silence, she confidently replied, "The answer is pencil lead. It comes from a mine, is encased in wood and used by many people. The answer is footsteps. The more you walk, the more footsteps you leave behind. The answer is sponge. It's full of holes, but it can still hold water." Impressed by Nala's intelligence, the sorcerer begrudgingly lifted the curse from Simba. With a flash of light, Simba transformed back into his human form, a handsome prince with a grateful smile. Overjoyed, Simba embraced Nala and thanked her for her bravery and quick thinking. He invited her to return with him to his kingdom, where they would rule together as king and queen. But Nala hesitated. She had grown to love the vast savannah and its inhabitants, and she couldn't bear to leave them behind. She made a difficult decision to stay in the village, where she continued to be admired for her courage and kindness. As for Simba, he understood Nala's choice and promised to visit her whenever he could. With a final farewell, he mounted his horse and rode off into the sunset, leaving Nala to live happily ever after in her beloved home. And so, the legend of the girl who married a lion became a cherished tale in the village, passed down from generation to generation as a testament to the power of love, bravery, and friendship. Years passed, and Nala continued to live in the village, surrounded by friends and family who admired her for her bravery and kindness. She never forgot about Simba, and often wondered how he was doing in his kingdom. One day, while Nala was out in the fields gathering fruits, she heard a familiar voice calling her name. It was Simba riding on his majestic horse, accompanied by a group of his loyal subjects. "Nala!" Simba exclaimed, dismounting from his horse and rushing to embrace her. "I have missed you so much. I couldn't stay away any longer." Nala was overjoyed to see Simba again and welcomed him with open arms. She introduced him to her friends and family, who greeted him warmly. Simba stayed in the village for several days, enjoying the simple pleasures of life in the savannah. He went on hunting trips with the villagers, shared stories around the campfire, and even joined in their traditional dances. As the days passed, Nala and Simba's bond grew stronger than ever. They laughed, they danced, and they reminisced about their adventures together. But soon, it was time for Simba to return to his kingdom. With a heavy heart, Nala bid him farewell, promising to always cherish the memories they had shared. Before he left, Simba gave Nala a special gift, a golden lion pendant, a symbol of their enduring friendship and the love that had brought them together. As Simba rode off into the distance, Nala watched him go, feeling a mix of sadness and joy. Though they were separated by distance, their bond remained unbreakable, a testament to the extraordinary journey of the girl who married a lion. Months passed, and Nala found herself thinking about Simba every day. She missed his laughter, his stories, and his comforting presence. Despite the distance between them, their friendship remained strong. One day, as Nala was tending to her garden, she heard a commotion coming from the edge of the village. Curious, she made her way toward the sound and was surprised to see a group of travelers approaching. Among them was Simba, his horse trotting proudly alongside him. Nala's heart skipped a beat as she ran to greet him. "Simba, what brings you back to our village?" Nala asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Simba smiled warmly at her. "I couldn't stay away, Nala. I missed you and the village too much." Nala welcomed Simba with open arms, and the villagers rejoiced at his return. They held a grand feast in his honor, with music, dancing, and laughter filling the air. As the night wore on, Nala and Simba sat together beneath the stars, reminiscing about their adventures and sharing their hopes and dreams for the future. "I wish you could stay with us forever," Nala said wistfully, gazing into Simba's eyes. Simba took her hand in his. "I wish I could too, Nala, but my kingdom needs me, and there are responsibilities I cannot ignore." Nala nodded understandingly, though sadness tugged at her heart. She knew that Simba had duties to fulfill, and that their time together would always be limited. But as they sat together in the warm glow of the fire, Nala realized that their friendship transcended time and distance. No matter where life took them, they would always be connected by the bond they shared, the extraordinary tale of the girl who married a lion. With the dawn of a new day, Simba prepared to depart once again. Nala walked him to the edge of the village, her heart heavy with both joy and sorrow. As they reached the outskirts of the village, Simba turned to Nala with a determined look in his eyes. "Nala, I have something important to ask you," he said, his voice filled with sincerity. Nala looked at him, her curiosity piqued. "What is it, Simba?" "I know that we come from different worlds, but I can't imagine my life without you," Simba said, taking Nala's hands in his. "Will you come with me to my kingdom? Will you be my queen?" Nala's eyes widened in surprise. She had never imagined that Simba would ask her to leave her home and join him in his kingdom, but as she looked into his eyes, she knew that she couldn't refuse. "Yes, Simba," she said softly, her heart filled with love. "I will be your queen." Simba's face broke into a wide grin, and he pulled Nala into a warm embrace. "Thank you, Nala. You've made me the happiest lion in the savannah." Together they rode off towards Simba's kingdom, leaving behind the village that had been Nala's home for so long. As they journeyed across the vast African landscape, Nala felt a sense of excitement and anticipation for the new chapter of her life that lay ahead. Little did she know that their adventures were far from over, and that their love would continue to inspire tales of courage and friendship for generations to come. As they arrived at Simba's kingdom, Nala was welcomed with open arms by the people and creatures of the savannah. She marveled at the beauty of the kingdom, with its lush jungles, rolling plains, and majestic mountains. Simba and Nala ruled side by side, bringing prosperity and harmony to the land. Together they faced new challenges and embarked on new adventures, always supporting each other with unwavering love and loyalty. Years passed, and Nala's courage and kindness became legendary throughout the kingdom. She was not just a queen, she was a beloved leader and friend to all who knew her. One day, as Nala and Simba sat beneath the shade of a baobab tree, surrounded by their children and grandchildren, Nala reflected on their remarkable journey. "We've come so far, Simba," she said, leaning against him with a contented sigh. "Who would have thought that a chance encounter with a lion would lead to such a wonderful life?" Simba smiled at her, his eyes shining with pride and affection. "It was fate, my dear Nala, and I wouldn't change a single moment of it." And so, the tale of the girl who married a lion came to a happy end, but the legacy of their love and friendship lived on, inspiring generations to come with its message of courage, kindness, and the enduring power of true love.